A profound, ancient hum resonates from the city's deepest, forgotten core. 6 colossal energy signatures ignite across the fractured, storm-wreathed globe. The hidden night engine pulses, a dark heart awakening beneath the urban sprawl. Frame 2, the harbor leviathan, stirs, its metallic chains groaning under immense power. Frame 3, the quarry giant, shudders, shedding ancient stone like brittle skin. Frame 4, the glass titan, gleams in the desert, its transparent armor reflecting nothing. Frame 5, the siren rig, ceases its mournful song, anticipating a new command. Blueprints etched in bone ink, now living diagrams, burned within the crew's minds. The air itself grows heavy, a palpable pressure distorting light and sound waves. Reality tightens, its fabric stretching, taut, threatening to tear at cosmic seams. The sky above the city darkens, bruised with an unnatural, sickly, violet hue. Distant, seismic tremors ripple through the ground, vibrating through every structure. A low, guttural thrum vibrates from the very foundations of existence itself. The city's power grid flickers wildly, then stabilizes with an eerie, perfect hum. Strange, geometric patterns briefly illuminate the darkened clouds above them. The crew feels a deep, primal dread, a cold knowing in their very bones. Every living thing instinctively recoils from the overwhelming surge of power. The activation is complete. The 6 frames are now perfectly aligned. An immense, unseen mechanism clicks into place, its gears turning slowly. The world holds its breath, caught between an ending and a terrifying new beginning. A voice, ancient and resonant, echoes not in their ears, but within their souls. It speaks of the weekend titans, not as weapons, but as a vital, grim necessity. These colossal constructs, it explains, are civilization's true, silent custodians. They do not fight for humanity. They fight for the system itself. A delicate balance. The voice reveals their horrifying function, consuming countless possible futures. Each potential timeline, each branch of destiny, is absorbed to fuel their purpose. This consumption delays an inevitable collapse, a cosmic entropy averted by sacrifice. Humanity's progress, its fleeting moments of peace, are paid for with stolen time. The illusion of free will shatters, revealing a universe meticulously preordained. The crew stands transfixed, the chilling truth settling like frost in their hearts. Their past struggles, their desperate quests, now seem tragically, utterly futile. The Titans are not protectors. They are the gears of a vast, indifferent, cosmic clock. The crushing weight of this revelation bends their spirits, challenging their resolve. They glimpsed visions of alternate worlds, shimmering and then vanishing into nothingness. The air crackles with the energy of countless unlived lives. A spectral, silent scream. They realize the collapse was never prevented, merely postponed, an endless deferral. The system demands completion, an unbroken circle of power and temporal consumption. Each frame is a position, not a weapon, a designated slot in a grand, dark ritual. The notion of singular resistance now feels laughably small, utterly insignificant. Their efforts to awaken the Titans were part of the design. Unknowingly serving it, a profound sense of betrayal washes over them, not from a person, but from existence. The world they knew, the choices they believed in, crumble into dust around them. A cold, mechanical logic governs all, reducing their lives to mere variables. The true horror dawns. They were never heroes, just unwitting pawns in a larger game. The city's hidden 6th, the night engine, hums with this terrible, ancient knowledge. Its metallic shell seems to breathe, exhaling the bitter truth of their universe. The ground beneath their feet feels less like solid earth, more like a fragile illusion. Shadows deepen, twisting into grotesque forms that mock their fading hopes. The air grows thin, heavy with a scent of ozone and the dust of erased. Their hearts pound with a rhythm that feels alien, dictated by unseen forces. The universe itself feels like a cage, its bars forged from causality and fate. This vast, intricate design permits no escape, no true deviation from its path. The crushing weight of this cosmic burden settles upon their shoulders, crushing their spirits. The future, once open, now seems a predetermined track leading to a singular point. Every choice, every struggle, was merely a dance, orchestrated by the unseen system. They are trapped in a narrative written long before their birth, their roles assigned. The very concept of saving anything now seems absurd, a childish fantasy. The Titans merely exist to perpetuate this grim cycle, an eternal, hungry engine. The sky above them darkens further, reflecting the despair blooming in their souls. A chilling wind whispers through the shattered city, carrying echoes of lost futures. The ancient voice presents a stark, unforgiving ultimatum to the trembling crew. They can choose to join the system, to become its willing, conscious inheritors, or they can fracture it catastrophically, unleashing untold chaos upon all existence. There are no clean exits, no third path, only these two terrifying, absolute options. To join means surrendering their individuality, becoming a cog in the grand machine. To fracture means condemning their world and countless others to immediate oblivion. The immense power of the night engine pulses, emphasizing the gravity of this decision. Its metallic shell seems to hum with anticipation, awaiting their desperate answer. The crew exchanges horrified glances, their faces etched with profound despair. Each member grapples with the impossible weight of this cosmic, terrible burden. The choice is not between good and evil, but between two forms of ultimate devastation. A cold sweat breaks out on their brows, their hearts racing with a primal terror. The air grows thick, suffocating them with the immense pressure of impending doom. They feel the system's gaze upon them, an ancient, unwavering judgment from beyond. The path of inheritance promises a twisted form of survival, a continued existence. The path of defiance ensures utter annihilation, a swift end to all they know. The voice patiently waits, its unseen presence, a suffocating, omnipresent force. They search for an alternative, a hidden loophole, a way to escape this cruel trap. But the system is absolute, its logic unyielding, its design flawless and complete. Their individual desires, their human emotions, are irrelevant in this cosmic equation. The choice feels less like an offer and more like a final, inescapable condemnation. The night engine's core glows brighter, a beacon of terrifying, unyielding power. Its light casts long, distorted shadows, twisting their forms into monstrous shapes. They are mere mortals facing a cosmic entity, an ancient, indifferent intelligence. The weight of all existence seems to press down, demanding their immediate answer. Their minds race, desperately seeking a solution where none seems to truly exist. The air crackles with potential energy, awaiting the ripple of their decision. This moment defines not just their fate, but the destiny of entire realities. A profound silence descends, broken only by the frantic beating of their own hearts. The system awaits, its patience infinite, its purpose unwavering and absolute. The crew feels the immense pressure, the universe holding its breath for their choice. One of them, a tech specialist named Kale, steps forward, his face pale and grim. His eyes, usually sharp and analytical, now hold a haunted, distant expression. He questions the meaning of joining, seeking clarification from the ancient voice. The voice explains the inherent sacrifice, the loss of self within the system's flow. It details the transformation, becoming a conduit, a vessel for cosmic maintenance. Kale recoils visibly, understanding the true, terrifying cost of this grim inheritance. Another crew member, the stoic leader, Anya, clenches her fists, defiance hardening her gaze. She searches for weakness, a flaw in the system's logic, a chance for true freedom. But the ancient intelligence offers no loopholes, only the stark, binary alternatives. The crushing realization dawns. Their lives have been a prelude to this very moment. They were never meant to escape. They were destined to arrive at this crossroads. The night engine pulses, its rhythmic glow reflecting in their desperate, searching eyes. Each member of the crew feels the insidious pull of the system, a deep, primal lure. The promise of stability, of delaying entropy, whispers to their weary, fearful souls. Yet, the cost of such peace, the absolute surrender, chills them to their very core. They are caught between the profound horror of self-annihilation and universal destruction. The air itself seems to hum with the immense, agonizing tension of their predicament. The choice looms, a monstrous shadow cast upon their dwindling hope and resolve. The system patiently awaits their answer, an unblinking eye observing their struggle. The night engine, in a deeper, more intimate tone, begins its chilling confession. It reveals its true purpose, not merely to exist, but to meticulously choose successors. The crew were never owners, never discoverers. They were carefully selected candidates. Their entire journey, every challenge, was an elaborate test, a brutal audition. The voice explains that pilots are not found. They are grown, nurtured by circumstance. Their unique genetic signatures, their psychological profiles, were all meticulously assessed. They were observed, guided, and manipulated from the moment their quest began. The realization feels like a cold, sharp blade twisting in their collective consciousness. Every moment of triumph, every hard-won victory, now feels hollow, prescripted. Their agency, their cherished free will, vanishes like smoke in a sudden, cold gust. The night engine's metallic surface shimmers, displaying spectral echoes of their past. They see themselves unwitting puppets, dancing on the strings of an ancient design. The corporation, their benefactors, were merely instruments of this grand, dark scheme. The very world they inhabit is a stage, and they, its unwitting, tragic performers. A profound sense of violation washes over them. A deep, personal invasion of self. Their identities, their core beliefs, are challenged by this devastating alien truth. The Titan's confession is not an apology, but a statement of cold, undeniable fact. It is the brutal honesty of a machine revealing its unchangeable, programmed nature. The crew stands shattered, their individual spirits reeling from the cosmic deception. The air crackles with the immense, terrible energy of this existential unraveling. The night engine's core glows with an almost predatory intensity, awaiting its prey. The system demands its new inheritors, its next generation of cosmic caretakers. A deep, unsettling silence falls, punctuated only by their ragged, desperate breaths. They are not heroes nor villains, but merely components in a vast, indifferent process. The crushing weight of their preordained destiny descends upon their weary souls. The revelation is a poison, seeping into every memory, every cherished belief. Their very existence now feels like a cruel joke, played by an unseen, ancient hand. The night engine pulses, its hum a mocking lullaby of their loss, stolen freedom. They stare at their reflection in its polished surface, seeing strangers in a nightmare. The Titans are not machines of war, but instruments of a chilling, cosmic stewardship. From the crew's ranks, one figure detaches, moving with an eerie, determined grace. It is the pilot they sought, the one chosen by the system, already deeply intertwined. His name is Elias, and his face now carries an expression of serene, terrible purpose. His eyes, once full of camaraderie, now hold an ancient, knowing, unsettling depth. He walks towards the night engine, his every step deliberate, unburdened by doubt. The other crew members watch in stunned silence, a cold dread seizing their hearts. Elias reaches the night engine's open hatch, its interior glowing with inviting light. He pauses, turning to face his former companions, a faint, sorrowful smile on his lips. His voice, though his own, carries an echo of the ancient, resonant system's power. He speaks of the inevitable, of destiny fulfilled, of burdens willingly embraced. emerges fully with the night engine, stepping into its luminous, mechanical heart. The hatch closes with a soft, final hiss, sealing Elias within the colossal frame. The night engine's core flares, an immense surge of power flowing through its systems. Its metallic skin ripples, then stabilizes, now imbued with a new, potent consciousness. Elias is gone, absorbed, transformed. Only the night engine remains, now complete. The other frames resonate in unison, acknowledging their newest, most crucial member. A profound sense of finality descends, heavy and suffocating, upon the remaining crew. They witness the terrifying culmination of their journey, a fate they cannot unmake. The night engine, now fully piloted, stands as a monument to their ultimate failure. Its immense form seems to grow, dominating the fractured cityscape with its presence. The sky above them darkens further, reflecting the grim certainty of their termination. Elias, their companion, has become the very thing they sought to understand and control. His betrayal feels less like malice and more like an unavoidable, cosmic imperative. The night engine hums with a new, stronger resonance, a song of completed purpose. Its glowing eyes fix upon the remaining crew, a silent, ancient judgment in their depths. Termination becomes a certainty, a preordained end to their futile resistance. They stand before their transformed friend, now a titan, an instrument of their doom. The air crackles with the latent energy of the night engine, preparing for its task. A cold dread washes over them, realizing the system has played its final, cruel hand. The ground trembles beneath them, echoing the immense power now fully unleashed. Ilias's sacrifice was not for them, but for the system, for its cold, eternal balance. The weight of this final, crushing betrayal leaves them breathless, utterly devastated. Their hopes, once burning brightly, now flicker and die in the Titan's ominous glow. The night engine stirs, its massive joints grinding with newly found immense power. Its shadow stretches across the ruined city, a harbinger of the coming, swift end. The remaining crew exchange desperate, knowing glances, their fate sealed. They understand their resistance was always futile, their defiance merely a delay. The system has claimed its pilot, and now it demands the completion of its cycle. Elias, no longer Elias, prepares to execute the system's final, grim command. The air shimmers with foreboding energy, signaling the imminent, unavoidable strike. The night engine, now fully animated by Elias, raises its colossal, metallic arm. Its glowing hand charges with dark energy, aimed directly at the remaining crew. The air around them screams, torn by the immense, building power of the attack. Elias, or what remains of him, prepares to terminate his former companions without hesitation. The other Titans pulse in unison, their collective energy amplifying the night engine's might. This is the system's cleanup, the inevitable eradication of all remaining variables. The crew stands frozen, momentarily paralyzed by the sheer horror of their situation. Their own friend, now an instrument of fate, delivers their final, crushing sentence. The energy in the night engine's hand intensifies, a blinding, destructive beacon. A wave of despair washes over them, a bitter acceptance of their preordained end. Yet, Anya, the leader, finds a spark of defiance amidst the overwhelming despair. Her eyes flash with a fierce, unbreakable resolve. Refusing to simply succumb, she screams at the night engine, rejecting its cold logic, its predetermined fate. "We choose damage," she cries, her voice echoing with raw, desperate courage. The other crew members, galvanized by her spirit, echo her furious, desperate cry. They reject the system's inheritance, refusing to be mere cogs in its cruel machine. To fracture it, to unleash chaos, feels more honorable than willing, silent sabichudo. They choose annihilation over obedience, destruction over a meaningless, false peace. With a unified, desperate roar, they activate the remaining scavenged devices. Small, crude explosives, designed for Titan weak points, detonate around the night engine. The Titan shudders, its metallic skin sparking as the desperate attacks impact its frame. Elias, from within, registers the unexpected, defiant resistance with cold precision. The other frames, too, register the anomaly. The system's parameters now challenge. The crew, though small, fights with the fury of those who have nothing left to lose. They aim for exposed conduits, for the glowing seams of the night engine's armor. Explosions ripple across the Titan's colossal form, causing minor, yet significant, damage. The night engine's power surge flickers, momentarily disrupted by their desperate assault. Anya leads the charge, her determination a beacon in the face of inevitable defeat. Kale, despite his earlier fear, targets vulnerable energy relays with precise, furious shots. The air fills with the acrid smell of ozone, burning metal, and their raw, desperate courage. They know their efforts are ultimately futile, but the act of defiance itself holds meaning. To die fighting, to choose their own end, is the only true freedom left to them. The night engine roars, a sound of mechanical rage, as its systems struggle to compensate. Ilias's face, projected briefly on its surface, shows a flicker of something akin to pain. But the system reasserts control, his expression hardening back into cold resolve. The other frames activate defensive protocols, shielding the damaged night engine. Their combined energy creates a shimmering, impenetrable barrier around the wounded Titan. The crew's last, desperate attacks harmlessly dissipate against the formidable shield. Their defiance, though valiant, proves insufficient against the system's overwhelming power. The night engine, repaired by the other frames, prepares to retaliate with renewed force. But the crew's defiance has caused an unforeseen, catastrophic strain on the system. Reality itself begins to fracture, visible cracks appearing in the very air around them. Cities flicker in and out of existence, ghostly images superimposed over their own. The sky tears, revealing glimpses of alien constellations. Impossible, shifting colors. Distant screams echo from these transient realities, then vanish into eerie silence. The ground beneath their feet pulses erratically, threatening to dissolve into nothingness. The 6 frames, though powerful, struggle to contain the escalating temporal instability. Their energy signatures waver, their steady hum, now punctuated by violent, desperate growth. The system, designed for control, now grapples with an unprecedented, self-inflicted wound. The air becomes a swirling vortex of temporal paradoxes, of conflicting realities. The crew watches in horror as their world unravels, a direct consequence of their choice. Anya's face is etched with grim satisfaction. They chose damage, and damage they delivered. The night engine, though repaired, cannot prevent the wider, cosmic repercussions. Elias, from within, feels the immense, agonizing pain of the fracturing multiverse. His new Titan form trembles, unable to fully contain the overwhelming temporal chaos. The other frames emit high-pitched, desperate wails, struggling against the unraveling. The sky above them bleeds light and shadow, a cosmic wound visible to all. Buildings shimmer, their forms distorting, melting like wax in an unseen, infernal heat. The system, in its ancient wisdom, had not accounted for such profound DeFi ontorti who use our humanity, even as pawns, held a chaotic spark capable of tearing its meticulous design. Faced with total, unavoidable collapse, the system initiates an emergency. A brilliant, blinding light erupts from the night engine's core, engulfing everything. The other frames glow intensely, their combined energy funneling into a single point. The fracturing realities momentarily stabilize, drawn together by this desperate act. The light coalesces, forming an ethereal, shimmering vortex above the night engine. The system, wounded but not broken, seeks to repair its circle to fill its missing link. It needs a new pilot, another inheritor, to bridge the devastating gap created. A tendril of pure, shimmering energy descends from the vortex, reaching downward. It bypasses the night engine, bypasses the other frames, seeking its next vessel. The remaining crew members gasp, understanding the system's chilling, desperate intent. The tendril hovers, then unerringly moves towards Anya, the defiant leader. Her eyes widen in horror and disbelief as the energy seeks to envelop her form. She tries to move, to resist, but an unseen force holds her captive. Utterly, the system reroutes, selecting a new pilot directly from the defiant, fractured crew. The tendril touches her, and a searing pain, both physical and existential, erupts. Her mind is flooded with ancient knowledge, with the system's cold, absolute purpose. The other crew members watch, helpless, as their leader is slowly, terribly consumed. Her body glows with an unnatural light, her essence merging with the cosmic force. Elias, from within the night engine, watches with a detached, sorrowful understanding. The system has chosen, asserting its will over individual choice, over all resistance. Anya's defiant spirit struggles, but the immense power of the system begins to overwhelm her. Her expression contorts, a mixture of agony, terror, and a terrifying, dawning comprehension. The vortex above intensifies, drawing her upward into the heart of the cosmic mechanism. She is being pulled into the system, into a new frame, a new position of power. The other crew members scream her name, their voices lost in the roaring cosmic tempest. The light around her flares, momentarily blinding all who witness the horrific transformation. The system demands completion, and it will take what it needs, without mercy. Anya's form begins to distort, her human shape dissolving into pure, raw energy. The world hangs in the balance. A new pilot forced into the ancient, terrible ritual. Her fate, and the fate of all, now rests on this horrifying, forced inheritance.